Today's a new day. And tell me, where are my blue skies? Where is the love and the joy that you promised me? Tell me it's alright. Come on. Even though I see I smile. Can y'all feel that? I know God is working, so I smile. I'm gonna speak about letting God take control of your life. I was having a conversation. I'm always having a conversation, but I was having a conversation with my friend the other day, and we both realised how we're like complete and utter control freaks. With me, yeah, everyone knows me as this proper laid back person. Like, I'm very chilled, I don't get stressed out easily. I'm very just, live in the moment, live life on the edge kind of person, yeah. But what I've discovered about myself is that I am a live life on the edge kind of girl within measures. I'm spontaneous, like I live life on the edge, but I live life on the edge of my little control circle. If someone said to me, I want to do skydiving, I'll actually go. But when it comes to my life, I just like to have control over what I'm doing. But it was a very subtle kind of undercover control. It was a control I didn't even know I had there, and other people definitely didn't know I have it there. I thought, yeah, and I felt like as long as I had control, or a certain level of control over my life, I was at peace because I was controlling what was going on. Mate, when I say God done 360, 180 rotation, 90-degree angle turn with my life, this is probably the least detailed plan I've ever made of my life yet. Like, this is an example of what I do, or what I used to do. Do you know what? I even said to myself, I'm gonna throw this away. Let me just save the blue tack, because blue tack is fun. But yeah. It's like, I used to literally just sit and write, like, this is what I'm gonna do, this is how I'm gonna get there, this is how many years I'm giving myself to it. I would literally have everything planned out to a T. The only thing that would stress me is if something in my my life plan is not quite going correctly to get it. So then recently, I went on a little trip to Holland for, various reasons. And I really didn't want to go. I did everything in my power not to go, or to make sure that while I was there it didn't go well. But while I was there, I just came to a realisation that I am where God wants me to be in this current moment. And the more I try and fight what God wants, the more pain I'd feel and the more guilt I'd feel, because I know like God wants this for me, and yet I'm trying to fight it. Why am I trying to fight it? The reason I was trying to fight it is because I didn't have control over it. That for me is like the hardest thing ever, because it's literally like, it was like a fear of mine. God just basically told me, like, chill out. He literally just said, like, stop stressing. Why are you stressed? I'm sorting it out for you. And I was like, no, you're not. I'm doing this. I'm sorting it out. You're messing up my plan. Can you imagine? That's what was going through my head. Like, God, you're messing up my plan. Like, why are you interfering? Just leave me be. Like, everything's perfect the way I've planned it. Was I stupid, or was I stupid? How can I know that everything's going to be perfect the way I've planned it? Who the did I think I was? No way. There was a lot of prayer, there was a lot of conversation, and I came to the realisation that it was time to let go. It was time to release and just let go of control and give the reins to God. This was very, very hard for me, because for me to get to a place in my life that is so crucial and God's just flipped it, like the tables turned, I was in a state of bewilderment. Is that a word? I'm going to use it because it just seems like it fits. I was in a state of bewilderment, of bewilderness. I don't even know, man. I was just in a state of complexity. I was in a state of mess, and just, I remember the first night I got to Holland, I was just lying in the bed like, bruh, why you gonna do me like this? When I say as soon as I let God take control, as soon as I literally said, cool, God, my future's in your hands, I will only do what you tell me to do, or I will only go where you tell me to go, or whatever happens, even if it's not what I want, I know it's in your plan, so it's okay. As soon as that happened, Oh my goodness, the peace I felt upon me was indescribable. I have never in my life felt peace like how I felt after that moment. The last time I felt something similar was when I actually started my relationship with God. My whole surroundings and environment was still. That peace that I felt, not even I felt, the peace that I feel, I want it for everybody. I just want to clarify, in this current moment, this current second, I am so uncertain about what is going to happen for my future. I have no idea how the next few months is going to unravel, but the fact that God has it in his hands and God has taken control of it is giving me peace. I want you all to understand that when you let God take control of a situation, yeah, your life, it will be still. All your worries silenced, all your stress is destroyed, everything that you're feeling anxious about gone. Your plan, the plan that you have for you, yeah, is nothing compared to the plan that God has for you. And your plan is flawed without God's blessing. Before you plan anything about your life or your future, pray about it. Ask people to pray about it for you. Sit in stillness and wait for God's words. Like, just wait. Be still. Oh my goodness, there's so many songs I could throw in right now. Travis Green, Be Still, Intentional, because he is intentional and never failing. Just understand, yeah, your plan can fail you. No matter how glamorous it might look now, no matter how rich you might look in the future, how successful you might look in the future, how big your family is in the future, all of this stuff, your plan can fail you. God's plan will never fail you because God doesn't fail you. God has had this planned out from day. God knows your path. God's got your path set out. Like, he's got his purpose for you all ready to go. You just need to accept it and walk on that path rather than keeping on trying to turn the other way. Look what happened with Jonah. This guy tried to run from his purpose. The Lord was telling him, go to Nineveh, go to Nineveh, go to Nineveh, speak to the people. And he was scared. So he went the other way. What did God do? Chucked him off the boat. A fish ate him and he spat him up in Nineveh. God will find a way to bring you back to your plan. It might be a harder way for you to get there, or it might take you longer to get there. Whatever way that may be, God's gonna get you there eventually. So you might as well just work with him. What's that word called? I don't know, but you might as well just work with him and go on your path rather than trying to rebel and walk the other direction. The whole point of having faith in God is to have faith in his plan. Like, if you don't have faith in his plan, then you don't have faith in him. The moment you lose faith in God, you'll fall. Like, you will actually fall down, and the only way for you to get back up is to reinstall your faith in him. I need to chuck in a couple verses. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. God has plans to give you a future. He knows the plans he has for us. In your head, all you're seeing is the golden prize at the end of this path that you've created for yourself. All you're seeing is this glamorous, luxurious lifestyle. You can't see any wrong. God sees every aspect. He can see it from every angle. He can see every blind spot. So if God is telling you, no, trust me, that path is not the best for you, we are only fixing our eyes on the good things, yeah? Fix your eyes upon Jesus. We will walk by faith, not by sight. This verse here, I've known since I was a young girl. Like, back in the day when I wanted to tattoo, that's what I wanted to get. If you take away anything from this video, walk by faith and not by sight. Walk by faith in God's plan for you and not by what you can see, not by what you picture for yourself, but walk by faith in what God has pictured for you.